You were in Rome. We saw the photograph of yourself and the president. Of course, online people thought that otherwise maybe they expected that you and the president are fighting. But there you go to him and there is this...
I and the president is not fighting.
Okay.
I'm not fighting anybody.
Yes.
My fight is against bad governance, against hunger, against poverty, against out-of-school children, against people not having health services. This country have less than 10% insurance care, health insurance. Should be 100%. These teachers teaching here should be paid by government because it's universal basic education. The law says here that our children should go to school free. So what my Lord is doing is helping government. Government should help him.
Okay,
That's what I did in Anambra State. I'm in coalition against hunger, in coalition against poverty, in coalition against good health. Politics for me is not about position. It is about doing the right thing.
But is that a report true, sir?
Whatever you make of it, I can tell you, I, Peter, have told you where I stand. I just came back this morning. I didn't go talk about politics. I'm talking about the education of these children. You don't deal with politicians. I don't fight. I'm not talking about position. In this country, we talk about politics and abandon what we should be talking about. What we should be talking about is how are we going to educate these children.
Hello, everyone. You saw that interesting comment that Mr. Peter Obi made there, and which is just the truth. He's busy fighting bad governance, lack of education, the fact that we have out of school children, the hunger in the land. And Tinubu and his people are the ones that are busy fighting him. You see them every time, all the thing, it's always about Peter Obi. You will think Peter Obi is the one that stole the mandate from them. Honestly, the way they actually go about everything. I saw a particular tweet that someone did earlier, and he said, you would think that Nigeria has two presidents. It actually does anyways, because I know my president, and it's definitely not the one that is occupying Aso Villa. It's not for me, that one. It's an imposter that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't have been allowed to be there. But they know it, and their mind, they are always fighting Mr. Peter Obi in everything, that he's doing. By the way, yesterday we also Mr. Peter Obi at the Vatican, where they did the mass. I think that's the first mass, bringing in the new Pope. And then he was there. And today, he was actually in Abuja. Yes, you heard me. Absolutely. He was in Abuja, where he went to Kubwa, where he went to particular school, and he donated some money. I think it's about 10 million to each of the schools that he had gone to. And you need to see the joy, the happiness, the fun, that the students were having. Some were just like, for them, it's just like to touch him, just to touch him. And so we could see anywhere Mr. Peter Obi goes to, there's this thing he brings, you understand, this peace that he brings around. And it's really so much. Just take a look at this video.
I'm never going to watch something. Can I
Unbelievable. Where are you from? Which one are you Okay, we'll go to the other side. Okay. Let's go the other
You know who are you seeing? You know you.
Okay, so you saw that there, and so he was in Abuja earlier on, and he's continued. And just before he even went to Rome, he was literally, was it in Lagos? He was in the East, and then he was in Benin, and that's on Saturday. He was in different places in Benin, and then on Sunday he was in Rome, and you see him on Monday yeah, in Abuja. And one of the things I've always said to all those other supporters who have their own president that they can't seem to keep their eye on, they can't seem to focus on, they have to bring Mr. Peter Obi into the whole discussion at all times. Well, my president has arrived and is already working. What's theirs doing? Where is theirs? Probably, as usual, they will need to do SOS to be able to bring him, back into the country. But at the end of the day, I think, yeah, it's all of this focus. To just focus and just do the things that need to be done. There's a whole lot of work that we need to do in Nigeria. And one of the things for me, and for every video I do now, I put in political talk towards the end. I'm going to be talking politics from now to 2027, if I'm inshallah, if I'm alive, to 2031, to 2035, to 2039, to 2043, 45, and so on. I'm looking at least 4 to 5 election circles that I'm going to focus on in terms of politics. And I just want every one of us to understand that we have to put in the work. We have not really put in the work all this time. We've always allowed certain people to put in the work, especially after 1999. We always feel that it's politicians' business to do it. Just like the way I used to say, Nigeria does not need more activists. Nigeria needs more active citizens. Also, the way Nigeria does not need more politicians. Nigerians need more citizens who are politically aware. And so when we're politically aware, we understand how politics work, how the effect of politics, and how every one of us need to be part of it for us to really make it work. You need a critical number of people to be focused on politics, for the rest of us not to be focused on politics. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me repeat what I'm trying to say. So right now, every one of us have to focus on politics. And then when we get to a stage where there are a certain number of people already in politics, then some people can afford not to focus on the politics, and that the politics will be taken care of. That's what has happened in a lot of the countries like America, but then that their critical number fell, and that's why you see them with the political upheaval that they have over there, right now. So it behoves on us, get the part that you fit best. It's when they talk about politics doesn't mean that you have to run for office. You don't have to run for office. You can just simply decide to be a member of a political party. You can decide to be the people who are part of delegates that will vote in, that now end up voting the people that will represent parties. You can decide to be, those who are campaigning for candidates. You can decide to be those who are helping candidates to raise funds. Because on the issue of funds, honestly, if we do nothing about funding, how candidates get into office, we can never get good governance, because you don't expect people to use their own money to enter office and come and be giving you good governance. First of all, it's not a business, so they're going to recoup whatever it is that they have spent first. And if other people spend it on their behalf, maybe like some godfathers, then it's those godfathers that will be controlling what is going on. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.